Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M40 M43. It's the Tier 8 American SPG, and this one's on the south spawn of Redshire under the command of General Disturbance. Yes, taking one of my SPGs out for a run. See that beautiful skin by Rusty with our logo on the side. Thank you very much for that. And well, let's see how we get on. Okay, battle has commenced. And you can see that it's an FB3805 just moving into position. Another of Rusty's skins on that one. And I'm going to move away from him because two Arties too close together can actually be fairly easy to spot. The two sets of tracers do tend to make people sit up and take notice. So I'm going to move just to the west of the cap area and set up in these bushes over here, these trees, and try and use them because they do provide adequate cover and you can relocate. Okay, we've got 37.17 seconds between the shots. I've got 14 rounds of standard HE and 2 of premium. Okay, I'm now aiming at the enemy. Now I'm looking at the hill north, just to the south of their cap area, and there's a tree fallen down, so somebody's hiding behind it. Fire a round in, and yes, there was somebody behind it. It's the tortoise, and he's actually got hit. Okay, so just a quick relocation, not very far. And there's a couple of heavies making their way up into the Zeppelin on the eastern side of the map, and we've got an E75 on the western side. I'm having a look at him to start with because that's quite an unusual place for a heavy. This is a tier 9 game. I'm a tier 8 Arty, so tier 9 heavies and tier 9 mediums are my priorities. So I put a round into that E75 and I'm just going to relocate a little way across. Relocation is more important in the higher tier Arties, mainly because most of the players playing them are experienced and therefore they know what to look for, where to look for it, and so you do need to think about relocating occasionally. Okay, I see a CDC poking out from underneath the Zeppelin. Fire a round in. Direct hit wipes him out. Very silly move that, the CDC. You don't really want to go out those little holes, but if you're in an Arty and you see somebody doing that, it does make a very tempting shot. Okay, we've relocated just a little bit back to the previous position, and you can see that those tanks have been stunned, so I think the FB3805 must have fired a round in. And we've got the T-34-3 also making the same mistake, the same error. Thinking he'd come up on the hill. So I can see a Tiger 2 over there. Oh, an IS-3's popped up on that little hill. And I put a round into him for 516 hit points. And we're moving. Now, one of the reasons why I'm showing this video, because this was only recorded a few days ago, was because one of our medium tanks makes a request for fire to help him out, and I do help him out, but he also makes a very stupid error, which obviously you need to highlight to medium tanks. Don't make this error if you can help it, because it can be very bad for both the Arty and the medium. Well, I can see that T10 was going through that gap, and so I'm waiting for him to move. He's moved, fires around in, and it goes into the Zeppelin and explodes, so I don't think I touched him, so I've wasted a round, but it was a good thought of actually trying to get that T10 as he was moving through the gap. See if I can put a round in. Right, well, this is one I've spotted. There's a tortoise getting close to a Progetto. Or is it an AT-15? No, it's the AT-15, sorry, not the tortoise. Well, we've got that Progetto there, which is an enemy Progetto, which is holding up our E75 in the castle, so I'm indicating him as next target, letting the E75 know that I'm going to try and put a round into that Progetto, fire the round in, hoping it will hit him, But no, it zips over the back of him as he moves forward and lands behind him. So I'm just going to relocate just a little bit. And it's at this moment that I think that I spotted that tortoise coming towards the AT-15. The Progetto rather. And he's requesting fire on the tortoise. So I'm going to oblige and I indicate back that I'm going to hit him. And still got a few seconds to go. And look what the Progetto does. I'm indicating that as my target. And he moves towards the target. So I fire at the tortoise. And I take points off the Progetto in the process and stun both of them. So Progetto there cost me points simply because he moved towards the target after I've indicated it. Now, I did actually contact that Progetto driver after the battle and tell him not to do that in future. If you see the down arrows, don't attack him. We've got the batch at 12 ton has just taken out our FB3805 and I know he's coming for me next. And I'm trying to look at him in battle assistant. Doesn't seem to work that well on this particular position. So I'm moving closer, I'm loaded. I'm expecting him to come up any second. There he is. I've locked on and I've unlocked him. And I shotgun him anyway, and I get him. But I took 2 rounds from him. One hit me for 171, the other one for 152. And I'm getting the hell out of there quick, because I know that enemy Arty might be targeting that position. And I don't want to be there when the shells arrive. No Arty rounds yet. It looks like I got away with it. Okay, well, we're 1 tank up on the enemy, and I spot a Centurion 7-1, and he's up on top of that hill firing at our T-30. I'm dialed in and ready to go. Round out, and the shell zips to one side, misses the target altogether. That was quite annoying because he was low on hit points. If that shell had hit him, he would have been out the game just like that. So I'm still following the target, indicating target. And he disappears from sight, so there's not much I can do about that. But I go over to the E75, which is slightly over to the west. And the problem is he's at the edge of my field of view, or my field of fire. So I switch instead to the Progetto, who's still holding up that E75. And we need that E75 from Progetto out to help us. So I fire a round in at him, and no, he doesn't move forward close enough. So he doesn't get hit by that at all. I was hoping he might move into the field of fire for the splash to kill him. I've only got 6 rounds left. 4 standard HE, 2 premium. And unfortunately the Panther 2... Well, fortunately the Panther 2 kills that Progetto. We're now going after the E75. I've indicated target. Still a few seconds to go. And that Leopard's now in trouble, because he's just had a huge chunk of him taken out by the prototype. I fire around it, E75, direct hit wipes him out. 328, that's my 3rd kill. Okay, now I'm looking where the last Scorpion G was seen. The Centurion has just killed our Panther 2. Okay, I'm relocating out of here. Arty doesn't seem to be following, enemy Arty doesn't seem to be following me. So I'm just going to go into these bushes here next to the cap area. There's a bit of cover there. And I'm looking for that Scorpion. The enemy's got a Scorpion. And there's a Centurion. And of course the 2 Arties. The Leopard prototype's moving along the hill. In fact, he's just gone low. There we go. It's come into field of view. I'm looking for that Centurion where last time he was seen. Oh, and there he is. He's actually up on top of the hill near the Zeppelin. I'm going to lose him, so I fire a round in, hoping it will actually stun him. It actually did track him temporarily, and I picked up the stun assist. Okay, so we've got to reload, and I've selected a premium round for my next round, because I'm anticipating that if I don't get the Scorpion with my first round, I'm going to need to extra splash to take them out, or to look for the Arty. And I can see gaps in the walls, so I think one of the Arties is over that corner. Pretty sure. There's the Scorpion. Okay, so I'm trying to dial in on him. Marked him as target. Fire the round. Oh, and he zips right past him. If only that had struck him, it would have been fatal for him. And he's just gone down the hill slightly, and unfortunately he's just taken out our Progetto, so now we're one tank down. Got the E75 still in the castle, and of course the prototype is up on top of the hill, and we've lost sight of the Scorpion. So this is a premium round, and at that moment the M43 comes into view, and I'm still aiming at the Scorpion, trying to get him, and I'm loaded. Trying to work out where the Scorpion's going. I fire the round in and it falls short. It doesn't fall on the Scorpion at all. And so I've missed that, and I'm loading the next premium round I've got. There's the M53-55, and I'm following him now because I'm indicating him as target, and my teammates have just fired, and the E75 takes him out, which is good news. E75's come out of the castle, but there's the Scorpion. He's aiming at him. Oh, dial in quick. I need this kill. Round out. Oh, and the E75 kills the Scorpion. My shell zipped past him again, so I've used up both of my premium rounds, but we lose the E75 to the FB207. And I'm pretty sure that the FB207 is over, so either in these bushes or over in the corner. And so he's over here. There he is. He's been spotted. He's actually he was in the corner, and he's now gone behind the rock to protect himself from the Leopard. This is my last round of ammunition, and I'm hoping that the Leopard will actually try to hide behind the rock. And I fired the round in. Long wait, and splash kills him. So we win the game with the last shot. Okay, game over. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a first class tanker for general disturbance in the M40, M43. I got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. I got 4, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I managed to get 11 in that one. But unusually, I managed to pick up 2 medals you don't normally see on high tier Arty. I managed to get a Fadin's medal because I killed the FB207 with my last round of ammunition. And I also picked up a Stark's medal because I was struck by that Batchat 12 ton twice, and I lost 2/3 of my hit points, and I killed at least 2 enemies and survived the battle. So an unusual combination to see a Fadin's and a Stark's in a battle right at the end. And the win rate for that game was 3,759. Now, if we look at the team score, we can see I didn't get the highest damage. That actually went to the T30. He picked up the high caliber and did 4,758 hit points. The Leopard prototype managed to get 3,184, and I managed to follow up behind after the E75 on the enemy team, who did 2,915. I managed to get 2,664 during that game. When it came to kills, I had the top of the tree. I managed to get 4 kills. The Leopard prototype managed to get 3, and then there's a whole bunch of tanks with 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, I was 3rd on the table. I managed to get 1,035. The Leopard prototype managed higher than me with 1,244, and then the T30 managed 1,103. If we look at detail, we can see I fired 16 rounds, all 16 rounds in my magazine. I had 6 direct hits and 1 penetration, 11 splash damage, 2,664 hit points of damage overall, and 2,407 of that was at long range. In fact, the close one was the Batchat 12 ton, who got very, very close when I took him out. But of course, it did help that I've got the 8-inch howitzer, because I only needed to land the shell near him to actually take him out of the game. I received 2 hits from the Batchat, both of them penetrated, and I actually caused 32 hit points of damage to that Progetto 46, who drove too close to the tortoise after I'd indicated it and fired at it. And I damaged 8 of the enemies, killed 4 of them, and did 900 hit points of stun assistance of 7 stuns. On the credit side, on the premium account, I earned 41,679 credits. I got 20,840 credits from the personal reserve bonus and 16,367 for the holiday ops mission completions. And after deduction of 458 credits for damaging the Progetto, I actually took away, well, I had 78,428. And then after repair and ammunition resupply, and remember I did have 2 premium rounds in that, I took away 28,327 credits. I received 12 bonds for getting the Fadins and the Stark's medal, and I also earned 1,552 XP times 2 for the first victory, 621 for completing the mission events, personal reserve of 776, and my total takeaway was 4,502 experience points. But as I titled this, Idiot Medium requests Arty fire, then rushes the target and gets hit. Yeah, that's happened to so many players and so many Arty players. And it's not your fault if they do rush the target after you shoot. They did request that you shoot at that target, and you were indicating the target that it's up to the medium to stay away from it. If you see those big down arrows appearing above an enemy tank, don't go near it. If you're going to go near it, you're going to get hit by the stun or the Arty blast. So you don't really want to be near it, otherwise you're going to get damaged. And unfortunately, that Progetto made a classic error. So I contacted him afterwards and told him, do not do that, because you're going to cost the Arty credits. He's not going to like you, and if you really do it a lot and very much annoy the Arty, then he may target you next instead of the enemy for effectively costing him during that game. Anyway, this is quite an enjoyable game, but it did actually provide a very good lesson. So if you do see somebody who requests fire on a target and they look like they're going to rush the target, maybe think about not firing instead and letting them get close to the target, get killed, and then kill the target. Maybe that will work. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.